What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Brand Risk Podcast. Today, we got on a guest, Sir Demetrius. You guys might know him as 100 Thieves, Sir D.
Rest in peace.
Pull the Kenneth. Disappeared.
Well, not quite to that degree.
Yeah? Why? What happened? What is the story behind Sir Demetrius? One of the first professional Fortnite players, content creators.
Like why I stopped playing and streaming?
Yeah.
Just the beginning, bro. Take us through the journey.
The very beginning?
Yeah, the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I was playing Destiny 1, and then they came out with Destiny 2, but it was like god awful. So that was kind of when H1Z1 was still popular. Like H1 was kind of petering out and PUBG was getting more popular.
Right.
But like there weren't really BRs left and right like there are today. So like anytime there's a new BR, all the BR people would just try it. So I just tried Fortnite and loved playing it. And then it was just like, it was the perfect timing, I guess, because like not only was Destiny 2 just horrible in terms of playing, but I was just doing YouTube at the time, so there's no content in it. So there's like I couldn't even force it and like pretend like I liked playing it and still make videos on it. It was just awful.
You do now though, right? You make Destiny
I do now.
again?
Yeah. So they changed the whole system, but pretty much it was just god awful. And at that point, there were no like H1Z1 wasn't like a YouTube game. Like it was just Twitch. Like it was big on Twitch, but like in terms of YouTube, there were no. It wasn't like how it is with Fortnite, where like the YouTube videos for it are huge.
Fortnite came out in the perfect time for every fucking content.
Yeah. It's like on console and all this stuff, but H1Z1 wasn't like that, so it was really big on Twitch. But I just thought, oh, I can't really make YouTube videos on this, and all the YouTube videos that were up were just like, oh, here's my 30 kill game that I got on stream.
Yeah.
Then I decided.
How much time were you spending editing those videos, if you don't mind me cutting you off?
What, like Destiny videos?
Yeah, just every day, because you're only doing YouTube. So how long did it take you to edit?
Those ones were like lower effort than what I did now.
Right.
So they would take like the earlier ones where I just did commentary stuff like, oh, I had a ton of kills this game. I talk about some random thing. Those are super fast because you just
Talk
the
over
recording
the
and then you put it over the thing. But the ones I was doing right before I started doing Fortnite would probably take like 2 or 3 hours to edit. And then the ones I do now take like 6 hours usually.
Holy.
What do you do now? What the fuck?
I can show you a screenshot of what it looks like in the editing program, but
what are the videos
so yeah.
like? What do you do exactly?
Well, it's like live commentary stuff with like a ton of like sound effects.
Right. The sound effects matter for those transitions and stuff.
All right, let's see if I can find a.
All right.
Video.
So
and
Fortnite
then,
started.
Mm-hmm.
You were scrimming with the boys, right? Were you scrimming with like?
No, like,
you weren't. They got you as a content creator.
Well, no, yeah. So I did like occasional, but I'm a college student, so
same.
I had like 4 hours that I could play, pretty much 4 or 5 hours every day that I could play, and this was when there were only scrims on East. I'm from Bay Area, California.
Yeah.
And that was a point in time where like the community vision of scrims wasn't like, oh, this is fun, I want to watch this, whereas like that's the only thing people want to watch now.
Yeah.
Like scrims were boring, you get less viewers on it, people didn't like watching it, and I wasn't really doing anything impressive because I'm on 90 ping or whatever before they even made that turbo build change where they made it faster. So I just played pubs like 95% of the time because
you were pretty fucking good, dude. I used to watch your stuff and I was like, this is one of the people that I enjoy watching, because you were like fast, but it was smooth. It wasn't like flashy, you know what I mean? It was like you just hit everything and 200 pumps and
thanks. And then so I did that for a while, and then I was still more like, because what we discussed with 100 Thieves was I wasn't gonna be like it was going to be similar to like what Cypher did with Luminosity, which is like, yeah, I'm going to play in tournaments, but at the same time, like the main thing is just streaming or whatever.
Right.
So moving from there, I mean, I didn't even play scrims or anything until like what was it, last year that World Cup was? It was like March of that year.
Yeah.
It was like only when they announced World Cup did I start playing Scrim. So like it was really weird for me. And that was kind of when I started just like falling off the map in terms of streaming, because every game that I played, like I like playing competitively, but whenever I play competitively, I don't like streaming it.
Oh,
so like
I got you.
I'd start practicing for the World Cup or whatever.
Why is
and then
that?
I just start, I don't know. I play better. I just like being able to focus on just the game.
You think that was a mistake?
Oh yeah. I mean, because what would happen is, and it's like important to stream every day, right? I would like be practicing throughout the week during World Cup qualifiers, not be streaming a lot because I wouldn't want to stream practice. And then if I didn't want to stream the practice, obviously I'm not going to stream the tournament itself. So like I would just not be streaming like half the time I'm playing Fortnite, which was just a waste. And then
you wouldn't even record?
Nah, cool. Because at the time I wasn't doing YouTube videos. Like I would do the like the Twitch streamers reacting to me killing them type thing.
I remember those videos.
But I wasn't doing like Twitch
I was in one of them
all the time.
You killed me in a bush while I was eating ice cream.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was
My birds are going off. My bad. Dude, one thing that I feel like the reason like a lot of people don't like streaming the things they're doing is like, oh, I don't want to not talk to chat or whatever. But I feel like it's like a mentality thing where like, how is that any different than like if you just started another Twitch channel and just streamed on that Twitch channel and just completely ignored chat? You know what I'm saying?
It's not even the chat interaction for me. Like I guess I like overthink stuff where like I'd think like, oh, I don't want to mess up anything
in front of people.
It's gonna get clipped. Yeah, I was just like, okay, if I'm just competing,
and
I just want to be fully focused on that.
You get so much shit for that too, dude. Like,
yeah, so that's the main reason.
I'll die in a game.
I mean, probably, but like I've always had like weird like performance anxiety about like tournaments and whatever game I've played in, where like if I'm playing, I just want to play. And,
sometimes I'll just be chilling and I'll like just vibing, right? Like I've already been live for 10 hours. I'm just playing some games and I'm not try-harding.
Yeah.
And I'm getting rocked every fucking game, right? Like I'm just chilling, talking to chat. I don't care if I'm dying or not. And then just random kids fucking John Andy 476 in chat. You're fucking dog shit, bro. You fucking suck ass. It's like, what's your achievements? You know what I mean? Like,
what are you doing? You're watching this.
What have you ever done, bro? You hop Twitch chats to talk shit to people.
Bro, listen. The reason I don't even give a shit about whenever anyone, dude, I have the funny shit to tell you later, Arab. I'll actually say it right now. So I have this community team called TFC, Team Fight Club, right? And I have it on my overlay and this and that. And this kid comes in, and he's just talking all this shit. He's like, bro, you're so dog shit, blah, blah. He goes, how the fuck did TFC pick you up? And I was like, who's going to tell him, boys?
I am TFC.
Yeah. And I was just like, what the fuck? Dude, and that shit was just funny to me. But, bro, like, the kids that talk shit are the most fun to interact with, I feel like, because
it's good content.
I can talk shit more than you. Dude, I do this for, like, a living. Like, I'm here all day talking shit to other kids like you. Like, you're fucking... God, I
love that.
I'll eat you for breakfast, kid. You know, like...
like, what are you doing? Individual... It's not like individual people for me where I'm like, oh, I'm afraid this person's gonna think I'm bad. It's more so like like just the community consensus of like it getting clipped and like, posted somewhere. Because every time I've done it a few times where
so many people do that. They're afraid
of be like talking trash or something, and then just take them into creative and they're like awful. So like,
I think I watched one of your videos where you took a kid at retail. You 1v2 him and his friend or some shit.
Yeah, it's awful.
With a fucking pistol and you pickaxed him or some shit like that. I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not like any specific thing. I just didn't like streaming tournaments. And then that, like, I don't know if you guys can relate, but at least for me, with both YouTube and Twitch, is doing it 7 days a week would be harder than doing it like every 3 days, because when you just get in that rhythm of doing it every single day, it becomes so much easier to just want to stream. And then all of a sudden when I'm going a weekend without streaming, suddenly Monday,
and then you get into a loop.
Yeah, we literally talked about it earlier in with the other guests, but like we are cool. But yeah, dude, like if you're literally consistent at it, I want to take an example. Before quarantine, I was going to the gym every day.
Yeah, right? It's the same thing.
Play guitar, right? An hour a day. Like it was consistent, but like it feels like now I have so much time, but I do less just because you're
Well, that's because you're a piece of shit. But
yeah, I'm a fucking loser. But
I mean, that's the same way I operate. Like both with everything.
But like knowing that, okay, knowing that you did that and you wasted time or fell into like, what were you doing in your free time, and do you feel like you wasted a huge opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was hard because I was like, at that time I was also I'm still in school, but
same here. I got one semester left.
Yeah, having everything going on with school, you just like, and you're trying. I don't know. I feel like I just had too much on my plate at the time, trying to like hang out with my girlfriend consistent. Like sometimes I just like, oh, my girlfriend wants to come over. Oh, it's fine if I don't stream tonight. And I don't know. I feel like I could have made a lot better. I could have capitalized on my opportunity better if I was just like completely focused on it. Like, for example, maybe if I get signed, or when I got signed, I would have just said, hey, I'm dropping out of school and just moving to the East Coast or whatever. I feel like that would have been better, but
that would have been dangerous too.
There's nothing
like, so I have long distance. So it makes it easier to like fully focus and then see my girlfriend once every month. I think that helps a lot. So like that way I don't have to fall into that idea of, oh, my girlfriend's coming over tonight, I'm gonna get off. I just take a day off every month, like a day or two off. But do you value school heavily?
Not like crazy heavily. It's just like I don't want to fuck it up, I guess. I mean,
are you doing it for your parents?
You want a backup plan?
Yeah, it's like a backup plan. But at the same time, like with what I'm doing now, that's why I like YouTube a lot better. Is it's not like, oh, I gotta
stream every day,
and play for. Well, I do it every day. I make videos every day, but it's not like I gotta sit down for 5 hours in a row and play. I can go like, oh, because a lot of times there'd be opportunities where I'd have like an hour and a half window where I wasn't doing anything between classes or whatever, where it's not like I can stream during that time. So I feel like I can manage my time a lot better, because the way I do it now normally is just like I'll edit for 2 hours and then an hour and then an hour and then 2 hours to finish it off later or whatever, where I can space it out instead of having to dedicate this huge block of time to just streaming.
Bro, I used to get like pre-stream anxiety because I knew I'd have to stay there for 5 hours. I'd be like, okay, do I have everything else in my life like done to where like no one's gonna bother me for the next 4 to 5 hours? And like I don't know, that shit always stressed me out.
I put a screenshot of what it looks like in the editing program.
Yeah, that's nuts. Holy fuck.
I make one of those every day.
I do some before and I do some after my work. Like, I'll wake up, I'll do 2-3 hours of work, I'll stream for 10, and then I'll do 2-3 more hours of work. And
because my time management isn't good enough for that. Like, I'm not disciplined enough to see like a 1 hour gap and say, oh, that 1 hour gap, I would love to do some homework at this time.
It's important that you know that. Well, I don't like homework. I procrastinate the shit out of that. I finish my homework an hour before it's due, and I have to turn it in.
I doesn't sleep.
I hate school, bro. I hate school. Like for me, what grade? Like, what are you? 4th year, 5th year?
Third year.
Third year? Okay. What? 21 years old?
Yeah, I just turned 21 recently.
Okay. I'm 5th. I'm almost.
Bro, you got a nice beard for 21, guys.
Yeah, right.
For real. Holy fuck.
I'm turning 23 in a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm on my 5th year. Well, my 2nd year, so my 4th semester. My school changed our major requirements. So a week.
Oh.
Yeah.
They did that to me too this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it fuck you over?
Class. No, because not because I switched my major, so it's not like I had like some super set in stone graduation time period. But my girlfriend's in the same major that I'm in now, and she doesn't have to take a class that I will have to take because this year they changed their like requirement.
So your girlfriend's older than you, I assume?
No, she's same age, but I swapped my majors, so I got into like filling up the major requirements later than she did.
Pink pass, got you. Okay. My 4th semester, a week after ad drop, For everyone listening to the podcast, a lot of you guys are younger. Add drop. So the first 2 weeks of college, like of your semester, you're able to add and drop, or the first week, you're able to add drop classes. That way you can switch up your schedule to what you want. Well, a week after add drop, so end of January, like beginning of February, they call us in, the whole major, into an auditorium. It was like 200-300 people, I think. And they tell us they're changing our major requirements and that they're absolutely deleting the major a year from now, like that we're in. And they're adding a new major, computer engineering. So it was like called computer engineering technology, and they made it computer engineering.
The fuck?
Yeah, so... And they said, these classes aren't going to work for this major. You're going to have to take these. And it was very similar classes that taught the same thing. They were just labeled something else. Right? So the 5 classes I was signed up for that year, 18 credits, or 6 classes, 18 credits, I think. And the classes I had the previous semester, and then half of the ones from the semester before it, all wouldn't count towards my major.
That's dumb. The way that it's that it works for me is you have to, as long as you declared your major at a time where they weren't required, you're not obligated to fulfill new requirements that they might.
So they did say their defense was, no, you can still finish this major because we're leaving it for another year. And they sent me the schedule, and it was like, take maximum credits every semester, including summer, assuming you don't fail a single class. If you fail a class, you won't have time to graduate, right? So it's like, assuming you're killing it, max credits for the next 3 semesters and summer, you're able to graduate. And I was like, this just doesn't make any sense. Like, I've been scammed. And they knew about the major change 2 months before, so they knew about it in December, but they didn't tell us till February. Like, they didn't even give us, they didn't even give us a hint that they were changing it, right? So it's like, it's not like, dude, like, sign up for 4 classes rather than major required classes because you might get fucked over. So rather than graduating in 3.5 years, I went to graduating in 5, and then
that's awful.
Yeah, but because of that, I started streaming. I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck school. Like, I had straight A's till then. I was taking maximum credits while commuting 2 hours a day. I was doing YouTube, but I was like, at that point, I was like, dude, I'm just gonna start streaming. Like, I might as well. I'm playing games.
Is it 2 hours? Is it 2 hours there and 2 hours back, or is it 2 hours total?
It was like 1:15 there and then 45 back.
God, that still fucking sucks.
That's awful.
That sucks. Because college by itself is terrible, even if it's down the street.
So that means you have to stay there. Like, even if you have like an hour gap between your classes, you literally just have to sit there the whole time. If you're commuting that long.
That's what people don't understand about college too. Like, college is
it sucks.
College isn't like high school in the sense of like oh, it's like class after class after class. I mean, it is that if you schedule it that way, but that fucking sucks when you.
But it's barely possible.
Yeah, it's, like, you always have to. At least with mine, the last few years, it's like the minimum gap I've gotten is like an hour and a half, and then it's like, do I drive 10 minutes home and then have to leave 25 minutes before my class to get here in time and find parking again, or do I just sit here and do nothing?
Or your class gets canceled and you're like there already, then you're like, not worth going home because I have a class in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Sucks. So it's like, I kind of just started believing that college was a scam after that, right? And
bro, do you know what the graduation rate of my college was? It was like 30%. Like, it's like dumb low. Like,
really?
College, yeah.
Do you have any friends still from that college?
Do I? I didn't have friends when I went to college, bro. College isn't like high school, bro. You show up, you go to class, you realize that half your class is people that just got out of the Navy military that are fucking in their mid-20s trying to go back to school and take care of, use that grant, and like old people. Like,
is it for you?
I mean, I went to USF St. Pete, which isn't like it's not like a college, if that makes sense. There's like universities where everyone's like a young kid, etc. Well, this one's like in the middle of like downtown, and it's like, it's such a mixed bag of ages and shit. And it's like, I didn't really talk to anyone. I just fucking did my classes and left. You know what I'm saying? Because I live down the street, so I just went home.
He's like, one of my buddies is 50, man.
What's your major?
Good life.
Kurt, you're talking me?
Yeah.
Well, so I was econ, and then I figured I'd probably end up killing myself somewhere down the line if I stayed with that. So now I'm more like, I'm just finishing up pre-business, and then I can decide which concentration I want to do. So I'm not too sure yet, but
so do you think you want to pursue that, or do you want to pursue?
Well, I'd keep doing this because
creation?
I make more now than I would with my major. So
Right.
I just do this until whenever.
I mean, you're in business and then entertainment. Like, it's good.
Yeah,
like, it's not like you're studying something completely fucking different that's never gonna fucking touch.
It seems like, by the way you're saying, like, your lack of drive or motivation for specific things and just doing one platform. Do you just want to like make it by, or do you want to have this powerhouse of content creation? Because everyone has different goals. So you're saying, like, you don't stream, you only make YouTube, right?
Yeah, I don't have time to stream. So I have school and I'm editing six hours a day.
Oh, so it's not that you don't enjoy it.
Oh, I also don't enjoy it, but I also
right.
I don't have time for it. Well, I mean, I guess I'd enjoy it if I was like, oh, I got a few hours, I'll stream for fun. But when it's like, oh, I have 3,000 hours in this game and I hate playing it, but I gotta go and play it for 6 hours in front of people. That's when it, like, the way I see it is that when you're really hooked on a game, Twitch is better because, like, when Valorant came out, I was uploading every single day for like the entirety of 2020, and then Valorant came out and I just didn't feel it. I just couldn't sit down and edit for more than an hour because I just wanted to play. But when you're not totally crazy about the game you're playing and you're completely complicit with, like, oh, I'm just gonna play for an hour, then spend the next 6 record or editing, that's when it's better, because then I don't have to sit there and play some game that I'm kind of bored of for so long.
Mm-hmm. How much do you sleep every day?
I sleep a lot.
Sleep less.
I sleep like 8 to 10 hours.
There you go. There's where it comes in. Like, you could still play Valorant a shit ton, but not sleep as much and get those edited videos in.
Yeah. The thing is, I used to be like that, but I just did it for too long and it just completely fucked me up.
Like I go to school, but I'm just making it by. I don't give a fuck about having a good grade anymore.
Gotcha.
I just want to get a C and pass.
Freshman year, I was sleeping like 4 or 5 hours a night.
Yeah.
Because I was just streaming and editing and doing homework. And then after a year of doing that, I just crashed.
Right.
Bro, you know, it's like a weird realization I've come to. Like, I'll stream really late and I'll go to bed at literally like 4 or 5 a.m. And then I'll wake up the next day at like 2 p.m. I'm like, oh man, I'm only so tired because of how late I stayed up. But then I do the math. I'm like, oh shit, I just slept like 12 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like the quality of the sleep you're getting and like your overall health.
Why is that though? Like, how is the quality of the sleep you're getting different based on the time of day you do it at, if that makes sense?
I don't know, dude, but all I know is that people that go to bed early, they're like, yeah, I've been sleeping 5 hours a day for
yeah.
I go to bed at 3, I wake up at 9, I'm fucking chilling. If I would go out bed at 4 and like wake up at 12 p.m.
When I say early, I don't mean 3 a.m. when I say going to bed early. I mean, people that go to bed like 10 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I don't think I've willingly, like, other than crash days where I pass out at 10, I don't think I've willingly ever slept at 10 p.m. for the last 4 or 5 years.
Bro, we're it's funny because we're at the age where, like, I have friends have like kids and shit, and I have friends that are like older, and and we talk about it, and they're like, yeah, I'm in bed at like 10:30. I'm like 10:30. I'm like 10:30. I'm just waking up. Like,
it's also at least what I would think, and this is how I feel like when I'd go on like a vacation. But, you know, living a sedentary lifestyle where you're sitting down or in your room all day, even if I wake up at 8 in the morning, I'm not even going to be tired at midnight because I haven't done shit all day. But if you're like out and about, dropping kids off at school, going to work, going back and forth, doing things, then by the time it's like 10 p.m., you're just ready to just be done.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
True. Bro, I remember I had a gym partner, one of my best friends, and he had a job where he like.
That's that you don't have friends.
He used to listen. He used to wake up at like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. So, but then he quit his job and we started going to the gym together. And I used to wake up at like 11 a.m., right, 12 p.m. And I would wake up at 11. You'd be like, "How do you wake up so late, bro?" And I'm like, dude, it's so early for everyone else in the scene. Like, I wake up at 11 a.m. I go to the gym. I come back. I start my stream at like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. There's people that aren't even awake yet.
Yeah, but people don't like, people's schedules aren't like starting work at 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? People have to go to work at like 8.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a mindset too, where like people that work 9 to 5s and shit, they like, that's just what they're used to, bro. And they know, and like your peers heavily influence your outlook on the world. Where like you and Arab being like some of my closest friends, like I don't feel like as much of a piece of shit as I should feel for waking up at noon, because you guys, we share the same type lifestyle. So I'm like, okay, right. I'm not an outlier here. I'm not the only piece of shit. You get what I'm saying?
And that goes to the point. I don't like waking up early before people are awake. Like, I get that idea, you know, grind before other people wake up, whatever, but like I'd rather just grind when other people are sleeping, you know what I mean? But like if I wake up at 8 a.m., the whole world's fucking asleep. Well, obviously, like, people are awake, some people are going to work and shit, but like
the whole gamer world.
Well, my household is quiet, like it's dark out, you know what I mean? I feel like I just don't want to get out of bed. But if I wake up at 11 p.m., 12 a.m., or 11 p.m., 12 p.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., or 1 p.m., everyone's already awake and up and doing shit, right? So I feel like, yo, I'm being lazy right now. Let me get up right away.
Yeah. I feel the opposite, kind of like, I don't know, whenever I wake up early, it's not like it's like a mental thing where I'm like, oh, everyone's asleep, I don't want to get out of bed, or oh, it's super late, everyone's up, I need to get out of bed. It's just like my energy levels when I get up.
Yeah.
If I go to bed early and then wake up early, I just have like higher, like
I get that. Right.
I've gotten on like a bad schedule where normally like I'd edit throughout the day and then finish it at night and then upload it the next day at like noon or whatever.
Yeah.
For these past few days, I've been waking up at 8 and then just editing for like 5 straight hours and then uploading. And I just waking up at 8 compared to waking up because my sleep schedule was just garbage for a few days before that. I was waking up at like 2 p.m. I would just lay in bed for an hour, like looking at my phone, because I just had no energy.
Right.
Same. Like, it's too late. I didn't wake up in time. It's too late already.
Yeah. I agree. I do have lower energy, but when it's a day where like I know I can wake up and start streaming right away, it's like it pushes me to.
That is true for streaming, where it's like you don't want to be streaming at 8 in the morning or whatever. I mean, it depends on one of the big. Yeah, or it's just your stream schedule.
Well, no, not in that scenario. I'm saying like if I wake up and I'm low energy, but I know that there's nothing other than streaming on my schedule today. Like, not just like viewership is better at that time. I'm saying like there's nothing on my schedule but streaming, and I can get out of bed and like literally just start streaming within 30 minutes. It like pushes me to get out. I'm like, yo, I get to work and have fun right away.
Wake up, like, especially right now, because like, so you guys know I film with the boys. I don't know if you know, I'm a part of a YouTube channel, the Joke Squad, if you've ever heard of it. So like if we have something to film, most of the time my schedule would be I wake up at like 10, get to, you know, where we film by 11, film until 6, go home and start streaming at 8, right? That's 8, and then I fucking end stream at like midnight or 1, right? And then I go to sleep around 3. And I repeated that shit. It was a pretty gnarly schedule, but like now, because of the quarantine shit, bro, I'm being such a piece of shit because we can't really film because a lot of our shit's like public stuff. Like we go to places and do this and that, and like since we can't really do that, dude, I've just been fucking waking up late as hell, like with no real ramifications, because you know all I have to do is fucking stream for the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Arab, I know why you're like that, man. Like, you literally said something that I can relate totally. When I dropped out of school, for like to stream, and like I quit my job because I made 15K or whatever. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna stream, and I would wake up every morning for like at least 2 months, 3 months. Be like, dude, like you're not used to it, right? You're like, you wake up, you're like, oh fuck, like, oh wait, I don't have anything to fucking do. Let's stream. But like, I feel like you haven't gotten used to it yet, because you used to be so fucking busy, be like, oh fuck, I need to wake up for school. Now you actually gotta wake up to stream to do something you fucking love every day.
Wait, what do you mean I haven't gotten used to it? I'm putting in more hours now.
No, but you haven't gotten used to like waking up, not having to stress about school, right? Like it's kind of.
I still do. I stress about school at night now instead because I don't actually have to. So what I used to do is I'd get off stream at 5, and I'd do my math homework until 9, and I'd drive to school. I'd go to class. I'd come home and I'd pass the fuck out for 4 hours. But like now, I don't even have to go to class, so I just get off stream. I do the homework and I get to sleep more. So like I get to sleep an extra hour, and then the other hours that I'm saving, I'm just putting into making YouTube videos, content, whatever. I think quarantine helped me the best. Cause
yeah, I think quarantine helped me too. I was just telling my chick earlier today how like, you know, I have my own YouTube channel and it's like it's done well and then it's died. It's done well and it's died, just due to me switching up content and stuff. And so like now since we can't film for the big channel, just because it's like harder to do like in life, like real life shit. Like we're still filming, just not as often. Like we used to film literally every day. I've just been focusing on my own shit lately. You know what I'm saying? Streams, my own
that's
content.
so good.
Quarantine
Yeah,
is huge,
really
man.
dope.
Has it helped you?
In the summer.
Has it helped you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, not really. It's like I just function better because I'm too like irresponsible with my time. If I like am on a stricter schedule,
right? Like a forced.
It's like okay, I know what I'm gonna be doing. I'm in school here, blah blah blah. Like one day I have like a 2-hour gap between my classes, so I like to get a ton of editing done in that time. But like with this, I've gotten a little bit worse with my time, right. and then like the main thing is when Valorant came out, I stayed up the whole night for it, and that just like screwed up my sleep schedule for a long time until I was able to eventually fix it. But I feel like I'm better now. But it was, I think, because for 2020 before quarantine, I uploaded every single day, and then since then I've probably missed like 4 or 5 days or probably more. So I don't know. It hasn't worked too well.
Do you regret not milking the 100 Thieves opportunity?
How are you supposed to milk it though?
Like not milking that you're in 100 Thieves, but like
taking advantage.
Yeah,
of it?
taking
like,
advantage.
Streaming.
Yeah, the like pushing out so much content. Like you obviously you said you did it. You were sleeping 5 hours a day for that year, and then you burnt out. But like during that burnout, did you not think, dude?
I just didn't care.
You didn't care.
I didn't care. I was so done. I was so done with that game.
Right.
I played it since the day it came out.
Right.
And it was just, this is awful. Like I knew like when they called me to let me know or whatever. It's like I knew and I was at peace with that. Like,
right. Okay.
I was just so done. I was ready to.
What was the breaking point? What was like the last straw that broke the camel's back?
I don't even know. I mean, it was just like there wasn't a specific point. It was just the whole World Cup thing where I started streaming less, and then when you get into less of a schedule of streaming, it's just not like you have less drive to do it, I guess, for me. Obviously, if you like stream a ton and then you get forced into a two week break when you're on like a family vacation, then you're like, I want to stream again. But when it's just like a gradual thing you're doing yourself, it's just, I don't know. I slowly just didn't feel like streaming.
If I don't stream, I don't want to play the game, bro. Like my friends, like let's say I take a day off, my friends are like, "Yo, you want to play for that?" I'm like, "Fuck that game." Like, my stream, I want to play. Bro, like if I didn't stream, I would fell off.
Are you having more fun in Destiny now?
Yeah, way more fun. I was miserable playing Fortnite for at least a year.
I actually, when I was like, so I'm a part of the Fortnite community. Like I stream Fortnite like every night, and now I'm doing a little bit of just chatting in between. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like mix up my content, but it's funny, before I started doing just chatting and before I like transitioned it all away from Fortnite, I was talking to Turner, and he was like huge on like Destiny, like he loves Destiny. And I was like, bro, like it was right before Trials came back, and I was like, should I hop on Destiny? And he said that if there's any game that he would return to, it was that shit. He's like, you should do Trials for sure. Like a lot of people blow up on Trials and shit. Yeah. But then I got into it, and then I realized how fucking sweaty Trials is, and how actually ridiculously impossible it would be for a novice to do at all well in that shit. I was like, did he just try to debate me? I'm like, because there's no way. You need like,
well, it's true, but
you need like a top tier character and like top tier weapons and shit to even be able.
When Destiny came out, I think I was playing Gears of War. I think Gears of War 2 had just come out.
Gears of War is so good. Gears of War 2 is the best one too.
I don't think so. I think that was the worst one.
No, 3.
What?
Gears of War 3.
Gears of War 2 was the worst Gears of War.
Which one? No, which one had the Horde mode? The first one that had the Horde mode.
3.
Maybe.
Was it 3? Okay, then maybe it was 3. Whichever one had Horde mode for the first time was the best one for sure.
3 was the best. There's the end of the campaign.
2 is the one they fucked up. Like, I think everyone hated 2. Did you ever play Gears of War?
What was the fucking storyline?
I have a question. Is your name Dimitri? Yes.
No.
How the fuck did you come up with Sir Demetrius?
Well, like,
because it's a sick name, I think.
Oh, thank you. My brother and I, when we'd make like PSNs or any sort of like gamer tag, I guess, when we played World of Warcraft or whatever, what we would do is we'd put some title like Sir or Doctor or Mister or something,
right?
And then just some goofy ass name afterwards. And so I just thought. Then that's why it's sad when everyone's like, dude, no way, we have the same name. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. You're like, no,
my name is Demetrius from Russia. We have the same name.
I actually thought your name was awful. That's why I chose it. And then I originally had a different name from, the first game the first game I used it in it's like a World of Warcraft type game, but there was no monthly subscription. Guild Wars, I think it was called.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was like awful though. The first one apparently was really bad, but my name was I'll type it. It's literally I think I made it when I was like 8. It was this, and then
what is it? Someone read it out loud. I can't see it.
It's Paula Popple Bobby.
What the?
And then
fuck?
once that. Yeah, exactly. Just like completely random because we just came up with something random.
Paula Popple Bobby.
Yeah. Imagine. I went to World of Warcraft, and then that was too long, so then I shortened it to this, and then that was.
What is it?
This is Paul Pablo, no Bobby. And then I made my first PSN was that, and then I put my actual birthday in it when I was like 11, and it actually like age restricted my account. So when I went to play my first shooter on the PS3, which is like Battlefield 1942 or 43 or whatever it was. It said like, oh, you can't play this game because I put my actual birthday on it. So then I had to make a new account, and that's when I made the Sir Demetrius account.
What's your real name?
Sawyer.
Sawyer?
Yeah.
That's not even close.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We just chose like goofy.
Yeah,
names.
it is Sawyer Demetrius.
Sawyer's actually a good name.
My first PSN was XX Icy Knife, but it was XXIC3YKN1F.
Oh yeah,
3. Like awful.
Well, yeah,
3 as an
it was awful.
Like the most common thing ever. Dude.
It was awful. And then my fucking RuneScape. Do you ever play RuneScape?
I actually never got into that because when that was really blowing up, like I was playing World of Warcraft. So
okay, right. It was two opposite spectrums, right?
It's like a little dollar.
I had friends that either played RuneScape or they played World of Warcraft, so there wasn't like a. Yeah, that makes sense. Where do you see yourself like in 5 years?
I have no clue. I mean, you know that YouTube and Twitch is unpredictable,
right? So but do you have like a dream that you want to be at?
Oh
in 5
yeah,
years?
Yeah. I mean, I obviously just want to like keep growing because that's like ever since I came back and did YouTube full time, which is December. Because I actually still played Fortnite until just this last December.
Right.
I just never streamed it. And then once I started doing that, my YouTube started growing a lot. Like,
do you not feel like you're wasting time if you're not making content out of it?
Well, no, because I was just playing because I like competing. So like obviously it's a waste because I'm not making content out of it.
Right.
But at that point, that was when I was just so done with like streaming and all that. Like I was just playing just to play. But on the side, I was still making occasional Destiny videos. And then December is after the Duo Winter Royale. I just full-timed Destiny. Because the only reason, like the main reason I kept playing is just because when I was feeling like quitting, I was still teaming with people in the middle of like, practicing for FNCS, whatever. Like I think it was squads when I first wanted to stop playing. But then like I didn't want to screw them over by them having to find a new person, so I just kept playing.
That's fair. That's good for you though.
Yeah. And then this last March, before I had come back to YouTube, like take my best month before then, and then this last March, my numbers were like 5 times what that was, just because I've been doing it every day. So I just want to keep keep doing it every day, keep trying to make better videos than I'm making now, and then hopefully that will lead to just more growth. I mean, obviously I want to branch out from something besides Destiny, just so I'm not like.
Well, it goes back to that question I asked you earlier. I don't think we ever fully answered it. Do you not see yourself wanting to be a powerhouse of content creation, like this massive brand, rather than just like make it by? Because
I definitely want to, but on YouTube.
For
like,
that,
I don't want to
do you feel like you need to put in more time?
All you have to do is upload every day.
That's it?
You don't need to upload twice a day. You don't need to.
Right.
I mean, 6 hours.
Well, expanding through other platforms to grow it, building like more connections.
Yeah, I mean social media, but I don't think it's necessary to stream on Twitch just to
That's fair.
YouTube success.
That's fair.
Especially with the genre of video I'm doing, where it's like live commentary with a ton of memes and.
Yeah, it is the opposite. YouTube has helped my Twitch a lot.
YouTube is necessary for Twitch, but Twitch isn't necessary for YouTube actually at all.
Yeah, like you don't. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I was doing like maybe a certain style, where you'd say, "Oh, do you think it's kind of a dumb idea to just do YouTube when you could be doing both?" If my videos were like unedited, just like a live commentary where I record myself playing for 3 hours and then I take my highest kill game and throw it up, then that's a waste, because that's essentially the same thing as just taking a Twitch highlight.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm doing. So like, I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing now because it's working.
Right. Is the market like, is there good viewership in that Destiny market?
I mean, I get like 100,000 views a video.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Good for you, bro. Every day?
Good.
Every day, yeah.
No
way.
I
feel like the Destiny community is so like tightly knit.
It's just like its own thing. But
it's very supportive, bro.
It's strong,
it's very supportive because like, dude, because Destiny, like having played it for the month or whatever, like I had a real thing with it like a couple months ago where I played it a lot. Dude, the game is so fun, and unlike any other game, the movement is insane. Like the ults are fun. Like the game is, I feel like the game's like really underrated. Like you know what I'm saying? And I only played Destiny 2. I didn't even get to experience how dope Destiny 1 was, but so I understand why people support it.
Why didn't it blow up like they should have?
Destiny was big for a while.
Other games came in.
Destiny 1 was big. Yeah,
Destiny 2.
You know what? I never played Destiny because I was a really big fan of Bungie. I loved Bungie so much, and I loved Halo.
Dude, I was a huge Halo fan. Bungie's so good at Fortnite. Like,
dude, and then shut up. And then and then they came out with Destiny after they ended the Halo contract, and I was like, all right, well, Destiny is gonna be cool, like just like Halo. And there was nothing like Halo, and I was so triggered, and I never played the game, never even gave it a chance.
I mean, it's similar in its core gameplay.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that until like way too late.
Yeah, Destiny 1 was very good, and then the reason Destiny 2 was horrible at launch is because Destiny 2 at launch seemed like it was made just to satisfy the original critics of Destiny 2 was made to satisfy the original critics of Destiny 1 that said like, oh, there's no story, because the story in Destiny 1 was literally just, oh, sit here, shoot all these people while my little robot unlocks some door, and then do the same thing over and over. Like there was no actual story. Nothing was actually happening. And so like Destiny 2, there's a story, a pretty dog shit one, but there is a story. And then they got rid of random roles. So normally there's like 5-6 perk slots on a gun, and that perk slot can have a wide array of perks. And so everyone's trying to get, let's just say like there's some pistol that you can only get from doing a certain activity. People will do a god
roll, dude.
Yeah, they do it over and over and over to get the perfect roll, to get a really good gun. But what they did in Destiny 2 at launch was there's only static rolls, which meant that, let's just say Pistol A will always have perk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, which meant that one, there's nothing to really play for, because all your armor or all your weapons, once you got them once, that's all you could get. And that meant Bungie was in control of what perks each gun had. So for the sake of balance, there would never be some gun that was just head and shoulders better than the other ones, because they were controlling what perks were on it. So all you got was just no random rolls and a ton of like mediocre weapons that all felt the same. because like they would never just make one weapon significantly better than the other.
Destiny's PvP, right?
It's both. So the main thing is the PvE, but for me, I was an only PvP person.
I've never been a PvE person. Dude. I played RuneScape. I would like bot so that like when I was at school, my fucking account was playing by itself, so it could do the PvE for me, and then I just come home and just do the PvP stuff, like League of Legends. You know, like every game I played, I could only Call of Duty, Gears of War. The only story modes that I've ever beat was Gears of War 1 through 3, and then Halo 3, and those were all online multiplayer story modes.
You haven't played Modern Warfare campaign?
No, I've played like one or two of the scenes of them, but like I only played campaigns that I knew I could play with my fucking 4 boys. You know,
hey,
like,
do you know who Lucky Tenpy is?
Yeah, I know. Or are you talking to him?
No.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah,
we met each other a ton of times.
Do you ever go to TwitchCon? Or I mean, not TwitchCon. GuardianCon?
Yeah, I've gone 3 times.
Were you there the last one?
Yeah.
Really, I was there too. That's the first time I met Lucky. That was before he moved.
Really?
Yeah, that was before he moved in our area. Well, I used to before he got injured. His shoulder got injured, but we go to the gym like all the time, or we used to before this whole.
Oh, he hurt his shoulder?
Yeah. Me, him, and Turner used to go to the gym like every day, but then he hurt his shoulder, and I just got busy, so like none of us really go all at the same time, and also this Corona shit isn't helping. But when he gets better, we're all gonna hit the gym again. But he's the boy. He's cool. He's a legend.
Yeah, he used to like dual stream. He was like one of the first people that did that. Like him and the guy he would stream with, they would both be in the same room, and they had both their computers hooked up to one computer,
like the X2 twins, but they did it first, right?
But 4 years before,
yeah, exactly.
Where it was like, cool. Whoa, what's going on? And then the chat would just vote for who they wanted to watch. And then that kind of like fell apart.
That's hard to split off of too. Like who gets what? You know what I mean?
Well, they just split it down the middle, but then like,
how do you split a Twitch channel down the middle?
Just with money. It's like all donations, all revenue, just right down the middle.
Well, no, after you split, I'm saying.
Oh, after you leave?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you want to find out, there's a whole lot of things that went down with them, but pretty much one of them got the whole channel for all channels. The other one didn't get any.
Yeah, I feel like I heard about that. I never really asked about it.
Sometimes I wonder, like, did they not think about that ever happening?
It was like it was like where they just didn't want to think about that.
Yeah.
It was like, oh no, we'll be fine. We're friends, because they were best friends or whatever. And then like one of them got it.
Do you remember who's the other one?
His name is Buttwipe, but they Twitch was not a fan of that name. So BW is what they had. It used to be Lucky and Buttwipe. And then it turned to Lucky and BW.
Like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. And then
you know Muscle?
What?
Yeah, I've heard of him. He's more like a Destiny 2, but
yeah.
I was more Destiny 1, and then I just recently came back a few months ago.
Yeah, I feel that.
Do you play any other games other than Destiny? Probably not, right?
I mean, yeah, I pretty much only play Destiny when I'm recording.
And then Valorant.
So normally, like, when school is in session, I would not really play anything else. I mean, if I finish the video early and I have like an hour or two, maybe I'd hop on, whatever. I was playing Counter-Strike for a while, like these past 1-2 months.
Right.
And then now it's more Valorant, or I played a little bit of the new, it's called Warzone. I played a little bit of that just because you can play with console people. So I play with like my brother or some of my old friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to play random stuff, to be honest.
Bro, unrelated. Kim Jong-un died.
Yeah.
Yes,
do you think that's real, bro? Like, what's
probably.
Dude, the reason I think it is because North Korea is the type of country that, like, if that ever came out and like it wasn't true, they would immediately correct people. Like immediately.
Yeah.
Like he would go on like Instagram Live if he had to and say some shit.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it just randomly came out of the blue saying like, oh, this morning he died. It was like 4 days ago that they were saying. Yeah.
It's like, what if it's just like an inside job to see who's gonna betray him and who wanted him dead, and like then he just slaughters them all.
It could be
Right? Like next week on the news, it's just a fucking.
He died.
I'm trying to figure out.
You know, like
I'm trying to figure out how this is gonna affect the world economy and how I can capitalize on this by tomorrow. To be honest.
Yeah, what stocks we investing in? Fucking North
For
Korean.
real, that's what I'm saying. North Korean stocks.
Is it
Short
gonna change?
sell.
Is it gonna change anything?
No, we short them. We short them. What?
Yeah.
No,
It's
currently-
death.
No, it's not gonna change.
I don't think
anything.
it'll change.
No,
Yeah.
because it was his dad, and now it's him, and now it's gonna be somebody else from their
I think
lineage.
it's like his
It's his
sister now.
sister.
Yeah,
His
and
sister,
she's
yeah.
just as
And then
bad.
tomorrow the whole family dies.
What was his dad's name?
Kim Jong Il.
I think it's same thing except for
John,
different-
yeah. That's what it was. That's what it was.
I think that's it, Sawyer.
Alright.
But before that, we have the question that we ask everybody on this podcast. This has nothing to do with anything that we talked about. Okay.
Mhm.
One day, surgeries are gonna get so good. You're not gonna be able to tell the difference between a male to female transgender. Like you'll think they're like it's just it'll look like who's the hottest celebrity crush you know, right? Like who's your celebrity crush?
Honestly, don't even have one.
Come on, bro. I know you're ladies
No,
in the other room, but
I
you
really
guys,
don't.
okay,
No, because
like
I don't
not a
watch, like,
celebrity,
mov-
but like
I don't watch like movies or anything.
Okay, what cartoon?
what tentacles are your
Talking
favorite?
about some waifus?
You don't have like you can't just think of
I
like
really don't.
okay.
I really don't. Where's the question going?
Well-
No, you can't ask that. You can't ask that.
Nah.
You can't ask that. All right. Just think of dude. Just it doesn't even have to be like an actor or anything. Like it can just be like, come on, bro. You have eyes.
Any hot woman.
Yeah.
This
like,
is just my girlfriend only, bro.
Damn.
Come on. okay,
Okay,
your
okay,
girlfriend.
Okay,
Your
well
girlfriend,
then.
okay?
All right.
Or like a female to male. So like let's say like the hottest guy. Come on, can you not?
Oh, you're saying you mean male to female?
No, male to female was the first one.
Okay.
Okay, but like a female to male, like
A dude with a vagina.
like a transgender, female to
Oh.
male.
Yeah.
Like Chris Evans or Hugh Jackman, like some Jack dude,
Yeah.
right? Like whatever the women would think is the hottest.
Mhm.
But both those people have opposite body parts. So your girl has a dick and the male has a vagina. Who are you going down on? You can't tell the difference. They're fully the same body, but they have the
Same
opposite
person.
body
Well, then
parts.
Same
Actually-
person.
Nah, if you're down there,
You
like,
have
that's
to go
all you're
down.
Seeing. Well, yeah, that's all
Yeah.
you're seeing. So why would it matter what their face looks like? You'd pick.
I mean,
You're
you're
picking-
when you're
you're
down there,
picking-
you're thinking
I
of
mean,
what you're going
and
down
you know
on.
what- And
Yeah,
you
but
look up sometimes.
Yeah,
you
you
look
know,
up.
like you
Okay,
look
you're
up and
literally-
you see Hugh Jackman, and you know,
No,
like,
but yeah,
It's like,
but,
come on, baby.
but the alternative is a female with a cock.
yeah, but like,
Yeah.
if the
I mean, it's
female's
just a cock.
yeah, but like, if the female's really hot,
No,
you know what I mean? Like, she's got
I would go down
nice
there, maybe we could
boobs.
slice it off, but that's it.
She got nice boobs, you know, like, is
Yeah.
it
Never in a million years. I feel like you feel this
Oh.
way, and you just want to like find other people that would do that as well.
I mean,
But
no,
no
most
one-
people. You know, it depends. A lot of people
Does
have.
does that mean you're going with the Hugh Jackman decision?
Yeah, he's going-
100%.
He's going with Hugh Jackman with the.
Hey, listen, I will say you are definitely in the minority, but you have some good.
What do you mean?
Canadians.
Some
People
good
want to go
teammates.
down there and
Yeah,
Hell
of
yeah,
them do.
bro. Dude,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather.
Dude,
Listen, I'm just
the
saying.
only person, dude, the only two people I can think of is AD picked what you picked, and so did Bala. If you know who they are.
American Dad and Bala
American
TW.
Dad and Bala TW. They both picked dudes, but
Yeah.
the man of taste.
Everybody else picked the hot lady.
Who
with
else
The,
picked that?
bro, everybody.
Absolutely.
Like
Everyone. Oh,
Who
dude,
we just
literally,
had?
literally the last one we just did. AC Air Cool.
Air Cool. Who else?
Most
Shia
people,
Wager.
Most people.
It's a
Um,
disgrace.
Who else did we have? We had a lot of people.
Bro, you know what? AD
Morgoth.
said he's like,
Joey Salads.
Morgoth.
Bro.
No, Joey
You had
Salads
Joey
picked the
Salads
female.
on yours?
Joey Salads picked the
Yeah.
female. Or
Joey
the,
Salads' Twitter is
Pick the-
hilarious these
yeah,
days.
yeah. Are you like Joey Salads?
No, but his
Oh.
His Twitter is hilarious.
Yeah, we
because
had
he's
Joey
like
Salads on here. That was one of the best
He's a bit of a
podcasts.
trumper these days.
Yeah, he's
So
very.
he's just like
aggressive on it.
always.
Hey,
He's very
hey,
aggressive.
man, if you guys hate Democrats, I shit on them every day. Follow me.
That's what his tweets are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have a text from Joey right now, asking me if he should stream
yeah,
his
you-
podcast on Twitch. I told him no. Sir D, that's all we have for you. We appreciate having you here. Where can people find you?
It just Sir Demetrius, but on everything: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.
How the fuck do you spell that? I don't think any of them know how to spell that.
I'm pretty sure like the way my channel spells it is actually the wrong way.
Was it DIM?
Traditionally in Russian culture.
So
it's DIMETRIOUS.
Sir Demetrius.
Probably just put it on the screen.
Check him out on all those socials, boys. Remember, we do have a podcast. There is no extended version for this podcast, but you don't have to pay to check us out on Spotify. It is free. Everyone thinks you have to pay. It is free. Check us out on Spotify, the Brand Risk Podcast. Normally, we have an extended 20 minutes extra audio version, whatever it is. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Leave a thumbs up.
Check out Sir D. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.